The music world mourned deeply on the passing of Robbie Pardlo, a gifted singer, songwriter, and producer, best known as a founding member of the R&B hip-hop group City High. Though his time in the spotlight was brief compared to others, his influence was enduring. Born with a soulful voice and an artist's spirit, Robbie's story is one of passion, challenges, redemption, and legacy. His life reflects the struggles of fame, the weight of personal battles, and the indelible mark he left on music fans around the world. Early life and background. Robbie Pardlo was born in Willingboro, New Jersey, in the early 1980s, raised in a middle-class African-American household. Robbie grew up surrounded by music. His father, Robert Pardlo Sr., was a professional singer who had a deep appreciation for jazz and R&B, and encouraged his son to embrace musicality from an early age. His mother, supportive and warm, ensured that Robbie's education was balanced with his artistic dreams. As a child, Robbie showed an early flair for melody and rhythm, often mimicking soulful greats like Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder, and Boyz II Men. He attended Willingboro High School, where he further nurtured his singing ability by performing in school, talent shows, and community events. Early career and formation of City High. Robbie's musical journey began to take a professional turn when he attended the prestigious High School for Creative and Performing Arts Kappa in Philadelphia. There, he met other like-minded youth with musical dreams. His big break came when he signed with Wyclef Jean's Booga Basement production label under Interscope Records. Initially, Robbie was intended to be a solo artist, and he worked closely with Wyclef Jean and Jerry Wanda Duplessis. However, as the project evolved, Wyclef envisioned a trio instead. Thus, City High was formed in the late 1990s, with Robbie Pardlo, his then-girlfriend, Claudette Ortiz, and rapper, singer Ryan Toby. Rise to fame with City High's City High exploded onto the music scene with their self-titled debut album, City High, released in 2001. Their biggest hit, What Would You Do?, became a cultural anthem. The song tackled themes of poverty, single motherhood, and survival, gaining massive radio airplay and earning a Grammy nomination. Robbie's vocals, rich, emotive, and raw, were central to the group's success. His harmonies with Claudette, in contrast with Ryan Toby's rap verses, created a unique sound that set them apart from typical R&B groups of the time. Other popular tracks from their album included Caramel and Best Friends. City High was praised for their socially conscious lyrics, musical chemistry, and authentic storytelling. The group toured extensively and appeared on TV shows such as TRL, Soul Train, and 106 in Park. Personal struggles and group disbandment. Despite City High's success, behind-the-scenes tensions were brewing. Robbie and Claudette, once in a relationship, had broken up prior to the group's rise. Claudette then began dating and later married Ryan Toby, which created tension within the group dynamic. The interpersonal struggles made collaboration increasingly difficult. In addition, Robbie began to struggle with alcoholism and depression. The pressures of fame, unresolved heartbreak, and internal battles took a toll on his mental health. By 2003, City High had disbanded after just one album, leaving fans disappointed and Robbie at a crossroads. Life after City High. After the group split, Robbie Pardlo entered a difficult chapter in his life. He faded from the public eye and reportedly battled addiction and emotional trauma. His promising career seemed to unravel, and he found it challenging to regain his footing in the industry. In 2008, Robbie re-emerged in the public eye when he appeared on VH1's reality TV show Intervention. The show chronicled his struggles with alcoholism and his family's efforts to help him find treatment. It was a raw and emotional portrayal of his vulnerability and pain. Robbie later admitted that the show helped save his life and push him toward recovery. A journey of redemption following his stint on Intervention. Robbie committed himself to sobriety and healing. He enrolled in a rehabilitation program and began therapy. In interviews afterward, he often spoke about his desire to reclaim his life and live with purpose. He also spoke candidly about his regrets, his longing to make amends, and his passion for music that had never left him. In the 2010s, Robbie returned to making music behind the scenes. He worked as a vocal coach, songwriter, and studio producer, helping young talent find their voice. He also participated in independent musical projects and collaborations with fellow artists in the tri-state area. While he never achieved the same level of mainstream success post-City High, he found peace and fulfillment in mentoring and contributing creatively in smaller, meaningful ways. Personal life: Robbie kept most of his personal life private following his rehabilitation. He never publicly married, and it's unclear if he had children. What is known, however, is that he maintained a close relationship with his family, especially his parents and siblings. He often spoke about his father's influence and his mother's unyielding support during his darkest days. In his later years, Robbie became an advocate for mental health awareness and addiction recovery, occasionally speaking at schools and community events. He hoped his story could inspire others to seek help and embrace their second chances. Illness and death. On July 17, 2025, the music world received the tragic news of Robbie Pardlo's death at the age of 43. While details surrounding the cause of death were not publicly confirmed at the time of reporting, sources close to the family stated that Robbie had passed away peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. His death brought a wave of sorrow across social media, with fans, fellow artists, and mental health advocates expressing grief and gratitude for his contribution to music and his brave journey. Former bandmates Ryan Toby and Claudette Ortiz paid heartfelt tributes, emphasizing Robbie's unmatched talent, kind heart, and the legacy they built together in their early years. Legacy and cultural impact. Though his mainstream career was relatively brief, Robbie Pardlo's voice and story resonated with many. He represented both the promise and the peril of fame, and his music, especially City High's socially conscious tracks, remains relevant decades later. What Would You Do has been used in TV shows, films, and public service campaigns, particularly addressing issues of poverty and single parenthood. Robbie's vocals on that song have become iconic, forever linking him to a message of empathy and social justice. Moreover, his honest battle with addiction in his public road to recovery offered a message of hope, vulnerability, and resilience. Robbie's legacy extends beyond the charts. It is felt in the lives he touched and the aspiring artists he mentored. Final reflections. Robbie Pardlo's life was not perfect, but it was profoundly human. He soared to musical heights, stumbled into personal darkness, and fought valiantly to reclaim his narrative. In doing so, he became a symbol of artistry, struggle, and redemption. His voice may be silent now, but his songs continue to speak to the hearts of millions. In memory of Robbie, let us remember not only the artist he was, but the courageous man he became, man who dared to dream, dared to fall, and dared to rise again. If this video helped you understand more about the life and legacy of Robbie Pardlo, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more biographical and faith-building content. Let us know in the comments what meant to you.